How's it going?
Pretty good. Just grinding.
Hey, aren't we all? Well, what can I do for you today? How can I help you?
Yeah, so I had a seller call me back. Apparently he owns this property with two other people. One of them is a tenant living in the house, and he wants to know if they could keep his rent at 1,500. But I told him that it probably wouldn't happen because of the 10% cash on cash for our
Oh,
investor. But
look at you ahead of the curve.
I'm not sure what we could. I told him maybe I'd send him over some numbers to see if we can so he can look at the numbers, if we can change them a bit. But I told him it probably wouldn't, it wouldn't stay at 15 for sure. It
Yeah,
wouldn't.
you're
Yeah.
exactly right. You're exactly right. And it's an unfortunate reality, but a lot of times tenants who have been in the property for so long and it's a single person that owns the property and not like a corporation where they regularly go up on the rent every single month, there's a little bit of a shock when the owner sells the property and then come to find out there's going to be a huge spike in the rent because the new owner wants to charge market rent. So what did this deal come from Deal Sniper?
Yes.
Okay,
It
so
was on the market.
what does Deal Sniper say the rent is or the current market rent?
1,300.
Oh, and the tenant is paying 1,500.
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, then they're paying more than the market rent.
And how do I like this, or how would I do I just submit it to you guys for the dispositioning of the deal, or
Absolutely. So I just added the disposition form to the forms and doc channel. All you have to do is fill it out and DM it to me along with the contract, and my team will push it that evening.
okay. All right, I'll go ahead and talk to the seller again and see if
Well,
we
you
can
want to
find
do this,
them.
you want to do this a little bit delicately because it's not usually the case where someone like a tenant is paying market over market rent and then wants to keep it that way. So I'm assuming this tenant is on a month to month lease right now.
Yes.
Okay. So what you would say to the seller is you would say, look, here's what we'll do. We will get a lease, right? Tell the seller to get a lease
Mhm.
signed with the tenant at $1,500 a month and tell them to sign that lease for a year lease at $1,500 a month, and then to give you a copy of that lease. And
Okay.
that way, when we go to disposition the deal out, it'll look something like this. Our marketing material will say, hey, potential investors, this property should only be renting for about $1,300 a month. But currently, there's a tenant in there that is paying on lease for the next year $1,500 a month, which is going to be a bonus to them. That's $200 extra a month that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. And that's also going to be the way to protect the tenant. Now, a lot of times, and this is going to sound really bad, but it's just the nature of the business. A lot of times, if the tenant is on a lease and the market rent is substantially higher than what the lease is, then the investor has to determine, okay, am I willing to take basically a loss on the monthly rent until the lease expires and then I can go up on the rent? Your situation is the exact opposite. But we do need to verify that the tenant is going to be paying $1,500 a month, which is why I'm telling you, tell them to put it on a lease now.
Okay.
So if they want to stay there for another year paying $1,500 a month, sure.
Okay, perfect. That sounds good, and I'll get that copy of the lease right
Yeah, you're
away.
definitely going to need a copy of the lease. And what did the cash on cash return end up being at $1,500 a month for the rent?
I think it was like a crazy big number for the percentage.
Do you happen to have those numbers that you offered handy on the property?
Yes,
And then I could actually just take a look at it right now.
yes. So 200,000 for the purchase price.
Okay.
And then I have the monthly payment as 600. The down payment is 14,000. The PITI is 828.
Whoa. This property has a mortgage?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it has a mortgage. That's what it spit out though, the numbers on here.
Oh, are you talking about on Deal Sniper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's giving you the estimate. Okay, so no, there's no mortgage. Yeah, it always gives you an estimated PITI in case the investor is going to have to go get a loan in order to buy the property. They would kind of want to give them an idea of what that looks like. Okay, so no PITI. What's the seller financed amount? 186,000.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're saying the rent potential is 1,500 because that's what they're paying right now,
Oh,
and
okay.
you have it to where you're giving them a $600 a month payment.
Yes.
Okay, and what are the taxes and insurance?
Taxes in 1959
Okay,
and insurance 777.
lucky number 7. Okay,
Mhm.
so as it stands, this deal is producing a 22.21 cash on cash return if the tenant is paying $1,500 a month. Does that look right to you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and then just worst case scenario, you said Deal Sniper said the rent was 1,300, right?
Yes.
So let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. It still works. It's still 14.5% cash. Yeah, this is a banger deal. Lock that up. Oh my
All right.
God. Oh my God. Good for you. Show off. Whatever. You can start running the trainings now. I'll take a break.
Well, let me see how I do with the seller and hopefully, yeah, we can
Yeah,
get this
that's what I
wrapped
would
up.
do. I would tell the seller, hey, look, typically we don't do this. Normally I don't tell people this, but I want to help your tenant out. So get a lease signed now, right now, before you sign my contract. Get a lease signed. Put it
Okay.
in at $1,500 a month. And if they want to do that for the next year, that's absolutely fine.
All righty. I'll do that. Perfect.
Awesome. If you need anything else, let me know.
All
Good
right.
job.
Have a good day. I'll see you at training or the call at 1:30.
That is correct. I'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.